Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maslin. If you're watching me for the first time, hi, I'd love to welcome you. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you part 2 of my health journey. Today, I'm going to be explaining how and when it all started. In 2018, I experienced an episode of tremors and numbness on both hands and legs. I got terrified and visited the doctors. When I got there, they couldn't find anything wrong with me. But back then, the situation wasn't really that serious. In 2019 up to 2021, I didn't experience any of those episodes. Then in 2022, that's when the whole thing started. I still remember very well when I was coming back from the Inuka SQ meeting in SA. I boarded a bus, and as we all know, that when you board a bus, sometimes they take a short break before they proceed with the journey. We had a break, and I couldn't come out of the bus as my legs were swollen and numb. And then when we reached Zimbabwe, I couldn't come out of the bus on my own. I could get the help from the conductors, and they had to hire taxi for me to get back home. But back then, I didn't go back to the doctors. Then in 2023, that's when I experienced a bad phase of my life. And I decided to go back to the hospital. And when I got there, they ran some tests, they did everything they could, but they couldn't find anything. And I got so traumatized as I couldn't understand what was happening. And it got to a point where I could not do any chores or anything by myself, as the tremors were becoming more serious and severe by the day. It was such to a point that I could not lift myself to go to the loo or to go to bed, and I could get the help from my siblings. It was such a painful moment for me, as I couldn't do anything by myself. This kept going on and on until I decided to go back to the doctors again, and they had to refer me to a physician. And I went to the physician. The physician also ran some tests. They did everything they could, but they couldn't find anything. And I literally couldn't understand what was happening. But at some point, they actually thought it's something that has to do with the neurological condition. And some are actually assuming that it could be a heart problem. And then they decided to refer me to a neurologist. But then I couldn't make it to the neurologist due to financial constraints. So I'm still yet to go to the neurologist when I get money. So stay tuned for more episodes of my encounter. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. See you in my next videos. Bye.